Good morning. How's everybody doing today? If you don't live in the coastal part of America, you're probably doing great, right? Coastal America's been getting hammered lately with the weather and the acts of nature, I guess. It's a beautiful day here. We're getting our spring winds, but the sun is shining, and we're happy for that. Been pretty busy. Mr. Painter bowled a tournament over the weekend. They did great. And today is another bowling day, right? Tuesdays and Thursdays. But I need to get out and do a little work in our growing room. That quinoa is developing a second set of leaves, and I need to transplant that out. A lot of it came up, and it's pretty close together. Got to separate it out a little bit before it gets the roots all tangled up, right? And I've been working on a quilting project. Been cutting and cutting pieces, and now I'm at the stage where you do the spray starch on the pieces and iron them, and then you decide which colors you want to put together, which shapes. So maybe I'll do a couple of shorts talking about that. And by the way, I'm not a quilting expert. I'm learning as I go. I subscribe to a few Facebook groups, and then also a friend in the bowling community is an expert quilter, actually an award-winning quilter. And so it's nice to have that person as a resource as I have questions. You can learn a lot from these groups on Facebook, though. Everybody's got the same question that you have, so if you just scroll through long enough, somebody's going to answer the question that somebody else asked that you would like to ask, right? And something else I'd like to do this week, hopefully, is I'd like to make roasted carrot soup. Do a real video on that. I promised our nephew in Virginia, one of our nephews, that we would make roasted carrot soup. And I just got a new microphone in. The last video that I made, cooking video, I don't know if you watched it, but if you watched it, the last couple minutes, my microphone suddenly changed. So I have a new microphone, and I've got to connect it to my computer. I was able to charge it and make sure it works, right? These things are only good for about a year, I find. At least the ones that aren't high dollar. I don't know about the high dollar ones. I think it has to do with the rechargeable battery. You can only charge those batteries so many times. I hope you can hear me. It's a little breezy. It's actually quite breezy, but it's beautiful. And Meg is happy to get out and get her full walk today. Last night, my husband took her out for the full walk at night. That was really good of him to do that. She definitely enjoyed it, and she actually was excited for him to take her for a walk. If you've been following this channel for a while, you know that Meg's a rescue dog, and it's really taken her a while to build a relationship with my husband. She was mistreated. Hey, Sharpie VR, welcome to the channel. Hi, how you doing today? So, Mr. Painter and Miss Meg have really been growing their relationship, so I'm happy for that. Thanks for the thumbs up. She's actually a really fun dog. She's got a personality now. When we got her, we didn't know what her personality was going to be like. She was kind of shut down, but she's come out of it. She's doubled her weight. She was pretty emaciated when we got her, and she's doing great. She's a great addition to our home. I'm not seeing any lizards today. We had a couple days where it was warm enough the lizards actually woke up and came out. You probably know it's not quite summer yet, right? Just spring. I'm pretty excited because our lemon tree is looking really good. I figured out a couple years ago that if you're looking at the branches and you start seeing sort of a little tiny purplish speck, that's where the buds are going to be. And that lemon has already got those purple specks and starting to make buds. They're not quite a bud yet, but I can see where the buds are going to be, so that's pretty awesome because we love lemons. And this year I'm going to be around all summer to supervise it. It's pretty tricky with the water on citrus. At least that lemon tree. It's a Meyer lemon tree, and it's actually a tropical tree. So those ones take a little more TLC than some of the others. Oh, that's cool. I wonder what that is. I have to figure that out. That's really pretty. Whatever it is, it's probably not edible, right? So we have a couple of experiments going in our garden. One is we're trying to graft apricot cuttings onto the almond tree. And the other is we have an apricot cutting dipped in a rooting powder and some dirt in the grow room. And some figs. Those figs do so well, they're so hardy here that I'd definitely like to have more. And they kind of create a little privacy too. So that's kind of nice too. I mean, we have a wall, but sometimes it's nice to have a little more privacy in your yard. Definitely makes you feel like you have your own little oasis. And figs are pretty cool. I never actually had a real fig until we moved here. I'd only had dried figs, and I didn't really care that much for the dried figs in the store. But if you pick a ripe, fresh fig, they are so sweet and so juicy. They're really quite good. And the leaves can actually be used in tea. That's pretty cool too. These trees have not woken up yet. Buds on these ones, but there's some in the park that are waking up. And our apple is waking up. It's got little pink flowers on it now. It hasn't fully budded out, but it's got quite a few. The almond is starting to wake up, so hopefully that means our apricot cuttings will wake up soon. But this is the interesting thing. The apricot tree has buds, but it hasn't woke up yet. So I don't know if the apricot grafts will take longer to wake up, or if they are a success, if they will wake up when the almond buds do. I guess only time will tell. What I've come to figure out is propagating fruit trees and caring for fruit trees is like a totally different skill set from gardening. But I've got my whole lifetime to figure it out. Actually, sometimes when you're growing trees that produce things like fruits and nuts, it can actually take a lifetime. We planted pistachios. We have a male and female pistachio because they're not self-pollinating. You have to have two. And what we didn't know, our friends were laughing at us, it takes 20 to 30 years to get those pistachio trees to really produce. And we actually have harvested pistachios, like, I don't know, like the equivalent of half a bag of pistachios, like a nice sized bag you'd buy at the store, twice now. So we're starting to actually get some, yay us. And I succeeded in roasting them this time, which was pretty cool. You gotta use a lower temperature than you might expect. Oh, time to get out the bag. Miss Meg's gonna do her business, I think. So give us just a minute here. Did you find the spot yet, baby? She's looking for the spot. She found the spot. All right, I got my bag. What a good girl. What a good girl. All right. Oh, don't bury it. I can't find it if you bury it. Okay, hold on. Gotta wait. Okay, give me just a moment here. I gotta pick this up. All right, we are back. And lucky for me, there's a trash can right next to us. Let's just go take care of that. Gotta clean up after your pets, people. Keep the world a cleaner place, right? Definitely more enjoyable for everybody else to walk if people clean up after their animals. A few people out there walking. So that's about it for my plans today. Gotta do a little transplanting. Hey, Love Hockey 93. How you doing today? Originally, we're from Alaska, like the Nanuks. Here in the desert of southern Nevada, we have the Golden Knights. They're pretty awesome too. Oh, I'm so glad you think so. She is half Siberian Husky and half American Staffordshire Terrier. Pretty interesting, right? When we got her from the shelter, they said she was a shepherd mix, and we knew she wasn't a shepherd mix. We did a DNA test. We didn't expect to find out that she was half Siberian Husky and half American Staffordshire Terrier. And even bigger surprise, they actually mix those two breeds on purpose to get a smaller dog. But don't be fooled, she's pretty strong. She's a very strong girl. Funny, right? But thanks, glad you like our dog. And thanks for joining the channel today. Appreciate it. It's beautiful out. No clouds. No clouds, no sky art. Her name is Meg. The name she came with from the shelter was Nutmeg. So we tried calling her Nutmeg, and what we didn't realize is they get so many animals at the shelter that they just start naming them random weird things, right? Because that's a kind of a long name for a dog. But we called her Meg and she answered right away, so her name is Meg. All these trees that line this path, most of them get flowers, which is pretty cool. In the summer, I enjoy it. Yellow and pink ones. Nothing like the East Coast, but still very pretty. In Alaska, the only flowering trees we had where we lived was choke cherries. Well, appreciate y'all joining in today. Try to pop back in a little bit with a few things that I got going on that I'm working on between now and heading to watch my hubby bowl tonight. I hope you have a blessed day. Thanks for watching.